this next image. So this came out in December of 2012, okay? 2012. So this is 11 years ago. 11 years ago. Let that sink in. They planned this stuff in advance, guys. Way in advance. In fact, if you haven't seen this video, the first video on my channel here where it says all planned, all 3 WARs were planned in 1871. You need to watch that, okay? You need to watch that. That's why it's the first video on the channel, because it'll explain everything that's going on to you right now and why it's going on. So they've planned this stuff hundreds of years in advance. You know, they're way ahead of the game, and they're part of a CULT that continues to carry on that AGENDA. Okay, so going back to this image here. Not that one. This one. Okay, so as you notice, and if you were quick, you may have noticed what I'm going to share with you there. But look up at the very top of this image. I'm going to try to zoom in on it here. Okay, so this was in 2012. 2012. December of 2012. What do you see? Well, this is a sock moment. Okay, so this is 2012. You've got Netanyahu, an image of Netanyahu with the Israeli flag on his head there. Now, very top of the image here. And then you have, on the left-hand side, you have, let me see if I can move this one more notch for you. I think it gets a little bit bigger. Left-hand side, you have, it says on the bandana there, if you can read it, it says Hamas. Hamas. And what are they both riding on? Hang gliders. Now, if you remember, how did this thing begin? They came in on hang gliders. They came in on hang gliders, gliding into a concert that was going on where people were dancing, and they came in on their hang gliders to begin this whole attack. So this was planned all the way back in 2012. They were on their hang gliders. They already had them coming in on hang gliders and fighting against each other. And who's fighting? Now, this is 2012, guys. And they're predicting it's going to be Netanyahu, who's now currently back in power. He wasn't in power until just this was it earlier this year he got back in power. So he just got back into power so that this would be fulfilled. So he's on a hang glider, and they got Hamas coming in on the devil's hang glider there. I mean, does that not rock your socks off right there? Woo! Man! 11 years in advance, they were predicting them coming in on hang gliders to begin this attack. And then notice they're both firing at each other. And notice what's right in the middle. You see the word there in the middle? Because that's going to come up here in this study as well. You see that? It's wrath. That's the word. The word is wrath. Wow. So you've got this battle beginning because the name of this cover is A Rough Guide to Hell. A Rough Guide to Hell. And so what's starting this journey to hell is the wrath at the top of the screen. You see that? Coming in on hang gliders, kicking off this WAR, and bringing God's... It's like, if that doesn't sock it to you, I don't know what does. And so wrath is right in the middle of that. So is this going to lead to the beginning of God's wrath coming upon the earth? Whoa! Oh! It could be. It could be. And then we've got some other things in this image that are interesting. Now, I noticed they have Mr. Putin, and the image they have of him is like the 80s Putin with the long nose versus the clone that they replaced him with. If you notice that, I thought that was kind of interesting. But anyway, lots of other things we could dig out of that. And of course, the devil is there, overseeing everything with his own copy of the Guide to Hell in his hand. So very appropriate sort of image that they decided to put out there 11 years ago. And now they are fulfilling it. And the wrath is upon us. Ooh, there they are. Hang gliding in, just as predicted.